Okay then, now what I'm going to try and do on this lovely coat is actually try and make it look a bit more dynamic so that it is flowing. In order to do that, I'm going to have to first of all apply my booleans from before, just so that the whole thing is now a, you know, full um, full coat, for want of a better word, and then obviously make sure before I do my booleans, make sure that I be sensible and increment my save. So I don't want to lose, make a major mistake and then lose what I have done. Okay. Now let's start thinking about how we can give this a bit more form to make it look like it's doing something rather than just being in a T pose. So from there, I'm going to add to this an armature, and I'm going to actually do this in a similar way that I might do a normal skeleton, which is I'm going to start at roughly around about the hips. I know this is probably a very badly proportioned person. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into edit mode and I'm going to G and then Z. I want this just to kind of go straight up to where the shoulder blades are, and then going to extrude it along the Z just to kind of create this top of the spine here. Okay, and from here I'm going to move along and do the arms now. So it's a problem this part, I hate doing it, but extrude outwards along X. In fact, you know what I should have done? Put X-ray mode on so I can see what I'm doing. And again, EX, move along to roughly where the elbow is, EX to where the hand would join up, but I don't need to do the actual hand. EX again to move outwards, EX again to find roughly the elbow. Could be more precise about this, but I'm sure it's not going to make a major problem if it's slightly off from this stage. Okay, let me check as well. Are these all connected together? I think they are. Okay. Add single bone. So, there, I don't really need it connected to here. That's perfectly fine. Add single bone. Let's check where that one is. So I'll make it to 0 exactly. Then it's easier to position this one at 0 exactly. Oop. No, didn't wanted to move the whole thing, not just that joint. Oh, come on, you're being stubborn now. There we go. Okay, and now I think as well that's probably a little bit too far out for the legs. Probably go to there. Extrude that down. Now, because the coat is not a full length coat, just need to pull the legs a little bit further down. No idea if my proportions are in any way reasonable at this point. So this is just me creating a skeleton for now. What I may want to do more later on, but this is just so I can do a demonstration of basic posing. I may want to actually play around and get shapes running through the actual cloth itself rather than a body structure, but I just want to kind of be able to sculpt and alter the positioning of things for now. So starting off, what I need to do is get everything selected. First object mode, then everything selected. Not everything, because then I've got my camera. I'm terrible at this, aren't I? Right, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to parent with Control and P, and I'm going to automatically weight it. It is my fond hope right now that when I go into pose mode, I'll have a bit of, there we go, flexibility on the coat. Without it being kind of too unusual. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to undo all my poses there. Okay, great. So I have something to play around with. I'm going to go back into object mode, save it, and then from there I'm just going to once more increment it, just so that now I can pose it, mess it up, and not worry too much. So again, back into pose mode and decide what kind of pose I want for this. So I always advise looking and reposing from 1, 3, and 7. And this gives you just a lot more control. So if I were to do something like this, again, it depends how you want the pose to feel. Again, if everything has turned out okay, and I'm just using RNG to change all the little positions here. Right, let's remove the X-ray for a second. Go back into object mode. Move the X-ray, and let's have a look at how that's positioned itself now. Now you can see I didn't actually have to do much in order to get the coat to kind of flow, did I, in a more logical order. I didn't have to go into too much extremes about where I put everything. It seems to have worked out quite well. Let's go back into pose mode, look from 1, and again, if I can even slightly rotate everything here, just to kind of add a bit more dynamics. I could as well, if I wanted to, if I grabbed that whole side and rotate it this way. Again, I can pull that back a bit so that the pose is a bit more. And then again, now the only thing is it does start to deform and stretch a little bit, but as long as you're kind of careful with how you actually pose it and how you actually move everything, we do seem to get something a lot more dynamic. As you can see, it kind of looks more like it's flowing. Could be holding a weapon here, you know, aiming to shoot, twisting the body slightly backwards in order to balance the pose. Now, you know, it's just simple things like this that I want to go for. I'm also going to, again, if you look in edit mode, you can still edit the coat in its original form. And the reason behind that, it being good, is because if you wanted to say G and then, you know, create more of a ruffling effect at the bottom, which is perfectly possible. And again, you know, you can potentially shape the coat with, you know, some more dimples at the bottom. It's just a matter of like playing around with things. The other good thing is if I turn off mirror editing, again, GX, GY, GX, I'm going to tighten that up a bit. I have to admit, this is probably one of the harder parts, actually getting a part of the coat to flip, for want of a better word. I always find this part quite difficult because you're having to kind of work out how to almost reverse it. Yeah, I can never get this right. Every time I try it, it just doesn't ever seem right afterwards. Never mind. I'm just not good at doing that. Okay, but I think overall, I now have a lady's coat. It seems to have a nice little bit of a flow going to it. Again, on this, if I were to add a solidify now, just to thicken up the coat a bit and make it look a bit more real, apply, and there we go. That is basically how we might do a coat basically for a model. You can even apply it to an armature if you need to, so that it actually behaves, so you can actually put it in position. You could obviously have a mannequin under this. You could join the coat to the mannequin, or an actual character model if you want to, and from there you can actually start to um, basically build a static scene that shows something happening. So in this case, you could potentially imagine that she's pulled out some kind of, potentially a weapon on this, yeah, and putting it forward, standing in a more dynamic pose, one leg raised, and it does seem to actually shape the coat naturally to how the model would be. So I hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video.